ServSafe Module 8 Questions Exam Questions. Which risk factor for foodborne illness applies? My friend made food, so I brought them from home and put them on the menu to try it out. Purchasing food from unsafe sources, failing to cook food correctly, holding food at incorrect temperatures, using contaminated equipment, practicing poor personal hygiene. Purchasing food from unsafe sources. Which risk factor for foodborne illness applies? I cook a chicken breast to 155F, 68C. Purchasing food from unsafe sources, failing to cook food correctly, holding food at incorrect temperatures, using contaminated equipment, practicing poor personal hygiene. Failing to cook food correctly. What are 3 steps that must be taken when implementing active managerial control? Identify risks, create specifications, and training. Identify risks, record keeping, and training. Identify risks, create purchase orders, and training. Identify risks, corrective action, and training. Identify risks, corrective action, and training. Checking to see if staff is following food safety procedures demonstrates which step in active managerial control. Identify risks, corrective action, management oversight, re-evaluation. Management oversight. What is the purpose of a food safety management system? Keeps the facility clean and pest-free, prevents foodborne illness by controlling risks and hazards, helps identify, tag, and repair faulty equipment within the facility, improves purchasing and receiving procedures. Prevents foodborne illness by controlling risks and hazards. Which programs should be in place to support a food safety management system? Personal hygiene, supplier selection and specifications, cleaning and sanitation, facility design and equipment maintenance, pest control, quality control and assurance, food safety training, standard operating procedures. Personal hygiene, supplier selection and specifications, cleaning and sanitation, facility design and equipment maintenance, pest control, quality design and assurance, food safety training, and standard operating procedures. A pest management program is an example of what type of program? HACCP, Workplace Safety, Food Safety, Active Managerial Control. Food safety. How can active managerial control be achieved in an operation? Delivering food safety training to employees, supervising employees' food handling practices, incorporating standard operating procedures into food handling practices. Delivering food safety training to employees, supervising employees' food handling practices, and incorporating standard operating procedures into food handling practices. Which risk factor for foodborne illness applies? I forgot to wash my uniform before work, purchasing food from unsafe sources, failing to cook food correctly, holding food at incorrect temperatures, using contaminated equipment, practicing poor personal hygiene. Practicing poor personal hygiene. How can managers show that they know how to keep food safe? By becoming certified in food safety, by hiring third-party food safety consultants, by monitoring employee behaviors, by conducting self-inspections. By becoming certified in food safety. What is a food safety management system? Practices and procedures intended to prevent foodborne illness, practices that actively control risks and hazards throughout the flow of food. Both answers are correct. Both answers are correct. Which risk factor for foodborne illness applies? I used the same knife and cutting board to prep produce immediately after cutting fish. Purchasing food from unsafe sources, failing to cook food correctly, holding food at incorrect temperatures, using contaminated equipment, practicing poor personal hygiene. Using contaminated equipment. What system is specifically focused on controlling the 5 common risk factors for foodborne illness? Hazard Analysis, Critical Control Point, HACCP, Quality Control and Assurance, Food Safety Management, Active Managerial Control. Active Managerial Control. What is the risk factor for foodborne illness for a pie prepped on the same cutting board as raw meat? Purchasing food from unsafe sources, holding food at incorrect temperatures, using contaminated equipment, practicing poor personal hygiene. Using contaminated equipment. Which risk factor for foodborne illness applies? I served steam rice that was hot, holding for 120F, 49C, purchasing food from unsafe sources, failing to cook food correctly, holding food at incorrect temperatures, using contaminated equipment, practicing poor personal hygiene. Holding food at incorrect temperatures.